Hey Saber fans, in this video I'm going to review the Remnant from Electrum Sabercrafts, as well as share my thoughts on the lightsaber company. I'm graypaladin, and welcome to my saberhood. The Remnant is one of my favorite hilt designs. I also very much like the Evil Flex, but this one is very practical and it seems a bit realistic in its design. I feel like an actual Jedi would construct a saber that looks and feels just like this one here. So let's jump down and check out the close-up where I'll give you all the specs and dimensions. From the top of the emitter to the base of the pommel has a length of 12.5 inches. It has a diameter at the thickest point here to here of 1.3 inches, has a blade depth of 2.8 inches. Excellent for dueling. It has a resonance chamber for the speaker of 0.4. And if you notice, the speaker extends all the way down to the top of the grill that you see there. So that's where the sound comes out. There's no sound outlet on the bottom, only on the sides. And it has a weight of 15 ounces. There are 3 windows in the emitter. It did come with a thumb screw, which I always prefer. And notice these little etched in lines across the copper top, almost like a Duracell battery. You see that in 3 spots, 1, 2, in the center 3. Nice choke and neck here, nice and strong and durable. I think the best feature is the grenade grip here, and because the saber, I acquired this secondhand, so it's already a little bit worn, but I think it looks great. You see here, almost like it's slightly weathered, and that has a nice look to it. Honestly, I think it could be weathered more to really make that grenade grip stand out. Lower part of the body, here is all aluminum. Again, more copper on this touchpad, and it does illuminate. And then getting into the pommel, which does release with a thumb screw, and then copper on the bottom as well. Here, the speaker module is modular, so this can be removed and replaced, which I did get a new speaker from Electrum Sabercrafts once I received this. It does have a kill switch right here, and then there is a micro USB port here to connect to the board. You can connect via Bluetooth, or you can connect directly to use the Unity app. And the soundboard is right in there, as well as the SD card right here, which can be removed. The speaker is a 28mm. It's not very bassy, but it still produces a good amount of volume. So that is the close-up, dimensions, and internals of the Remnant. I really like the performance of the Remnant. It's very realistic in design. It seems very practical and something that a Jedi would actually construct and use as a weapon. The grenade grip is so incredibly comfortable. It just feels natural in your hands. The diameter is a good size, and how it narrows in at the center, I mean, it just really feels natural in your hand. I really like the 3 windows on the emitter here. It gives it a nice aesthetic look. The pommel balances well against the emitter, and it's balanced extremely well too when you have a full-length blade inside. I really like the design and this uniqueness of the touchpad. I mean, it's a really cool concept. And even though it kind of looks like a control box because it's shallow and has soft edges, it's very comfortable in the hand. And because you have to configure your touchpad to activate or deactivate the saber, you're less likely to get accidental activations or button presses. You can touch it and you'll see the lights go off, but if you don't do it the right way, it's not going to activate. So I think that's pretty cool. More on this touchpad later because I want to save that for when I really give you my thoughts on Electrum Sabercrafts. But the proprietary board is what I'm least impressed with. I'm not a huge fan. Actually, I'm not a fan at all of the Diadem 3 or the D3 board that Electrum Sabercrafts offers. They do now have a new, what they're calling Starbird soundboard, but I'm gonna wait till I see some other reviews before I really even think to attempt to dive into one of those. But this hilt here, I think, is very nice. The choke point feels really good as well, but with that grenade grip, I mean, why would you want to grab it anywhere else? But you can get it at the pommel, you can get it at the keypad, it doesn't matter. This is a very nice saber. It does have a kill switch, which is cool. And then when I want to activate the saber, and you can program this in the Unity app, more on that later. But for me, I set mine for the bottom switch and then sliding up to the center switch. When it comes to swinging the saber, again, it feels comfortable, but the sound of the board, there's just so many customization options. If you're willing to put in that extra work, maybe you can find the value in this, but I feel that LGT, Golden Harvest, Profi especially, most definitely Crystal Focus 10, Asteria, all these boards come out of the box ready to use and configured for top performance. Where this, you have to kind of put a little legwork in, and work that I'm not really wanting to put the effort in. And even then, once you kind of get it where you want it, it's not quite as satisfying as some of the other soundboards. I feel that when you put in non-smooth swing fonts, which is where this board really stood out, you can make anything smooth swing, but it didn't always work that well. And trying to hear the accents was a challenge too. Now that's not an issue because other boards are all giving you accent swings, including LGT, which is nice. I have my bottom here as the auxiliary. This particular saber is a baselit RGB. So all in all, the hilt design, I think, is very, very nice. I'm just not really impressed by the soundboard D3, and I think they could do much better, especially for what they charge you for the saber. I wish they offered these empty, because I would be more inclined to get an empty hilt than one that's already installed. And why spend that money for a fully installed saber just to send it off to another sabersmith to gut it and then pay more money for a better install. So there's where I have a few issues with this saber. But overall, I mean, the hilt design is just awesome. I mean, if I were going to go into battle with something, this is something that I would want in my hands, because it just feels like I have the control that I need. Not only does it feel good, but it also looks good too. So, enough on the hilt. Let's dive into Electrum Sabercrafts, my thoughts on them, and the Diadem 3 soundboard.